Ciao a tutti, Marco here, Winex Club Sommelier, and today we are in Pannonhalma, one of the most historic Hungarian wine regions. The Arch Abbey was founded in 996 AD, and the Benedict monks not only shaped Hungary's fate, but its wines also. Already in the year 1002 were documents in the Arch Abbey stating that vineyards were already planted in the region. Here the monks saw tending at vines like prayers made visible. For years, these hills supplied sacramental wine and sustained the monastery through war and peace. Monks once copied manuscripts here. Now, winemakers copy the rhythm of the land. Ciao a tutti, Marco here, Winex Club Sommelier, and after tasting wines from Balatonfüred the whole summer and also going to Somló, now we are here in Pannonhalma, beautiful wine region, and today we will visit Cseri Winery, a relatively small wine region with just about 530 hectares, but with a lot of soul. Here, white wine takes the main stage, but red wines are also very elegant and amazing. White grapes like Hungarian Riesling, Tramini and Irshai Oliver here are perfect, and also for the red wines, the Bordeaux style are unforgettable. I'm in Pannonhalma at Cseri Winery with Barney, the young winemaker, and we're gonna visit the winery, have some great tasting and some chat.
Itt vagyunk Pannonhalmán a pincészetünkben, kis családi pincészetünk.
We're a small family winery operating since 2012. Right now we farm 10 hectares of our own vineyards. Most of it is Hungarian Riesling and Merlot, but our flagship is definitely Hungarian Riesling. That's the grape our whole story revolves around.
Az egész borászatunknak a sztoria épül, a Hungarian Riesling körül forog minden, azt gondolom. Jelen pillanatban még...
At the moment we still buy some grape. We've grown a bit compared to the early days, so we now process about 14 hectares. Even so, on the Hungarian market we're still very much a small family winery.
Itt vagyunk igazából az új pincágunkban.
We're standing in our new cellar wing. It was built 2 years ago and we've been using it since. Behind me are our red wines. This is the red aging area. Up front are the larger barrels where we keep our whites in barrels. We don't age many whites in barrel, mostly a few lots of Hungarian Riesling. The majority is made reductively in tank.
De abból is nyilván a túlnyomó az inkább reduktívan tartályban készül.
It's so good to see someone young like you being a winemaker. What made you pursue this career?
A családom kezdett el ezzel foglalkozni.
My family got into this in 2006 when we started buying land. We didn't have vines at first. Our first 3 hectares were planted in 2010. Working those vines, I fell in love with the craft, being outside, tending the grapes. By our first harvest in 2012, I watched tiny grafts become strong vines loaded with fruit. We picked, made must, then wine. Seeing the entire journey, from a small plant to a bottled wine people enjoy, that's when I said, wow, this is worth dedicating my life to.
És láttam azt, hogy abból a kis növényből mi lesz a végtermék, a palackos bor, amit mások örömmel fogyasztanak, akkor mondtam azt, hogy wow, ezzel érdemes lenne foglalkozni, azt gondolom.
So Barney, why Pannonhalma? What is so special about it that you cannot find in any other wine districts in Hungary?
Ez egy érdekes kérdés. Alapvetően azért Pannonhalma, mert mi helyiek vagyunk.
Why Pannonhalma? Mainly because we're locals and feel connected to this place. I didn't grow up here, but my dad was born nearby and our family roots are in the area. We considered many regions, especially around Lake Balaton. But we felt our mission was here, where we're from. As we dug in, we realized the soils and climate give us a real edge. It's something we had to use.
Küldetésünk, mert itt születtünk mindannyian, a környékben éltünk, és akkor elkezdtünk foglalkozni a témával, és akkor rájöttünk arra, hogy maga a talaj az itt.
What makes the region special? Our soils are sandy loess. Unlike the Great Plain, it's not just sand, there's some sandstone and patches of clay with good water retention. Compared to Szeksád, our reds can feel similar, but they are softer and fruitier thanks to the site, with brighter, juicier acidity. We can make lighter, easier drinking wines, and that style is very much in demand today.
Egyik ilyen nagy különbség, hogy mondjuk azt vesszük alapul, a másik, hogy mondjuk Szekszárd, nagyon hasonlóak a vörösboraink Szekszárdhoz, de mégis sokkal lágyabbak, gyümölcsösebbek a talaj adottságok miatt, mert sokkal jobb savaink vannak, sokkal gyümölcsös savaink vannak, azt gondolom, könnyedebb borokat tudunk készíteni, és ennek azt gondolom, hogy nagy divatja van most a borászatoknál.
Right now we are tasting the Blabla. It's a new entry in your winery and is directed to young people so they can have something easy drinking and enjoyable. What do you think is your selling pitch to young generation? How do you sell your wine to younger generation right now?
Igen, ugye az új borunk a Blabla, ez ugye a Next in Wine nevű sorozatunk, a fiatalos sorozat.
Yes, our new wine Blabla is the first in our youthful Next in Wine line. You can see it on the label. Fresher, more playful, eye-catching. We believe that's how you win over young drinkers. Give them a wine that already looks youthful, not too complicated, and make the wine itself fresh and fruity. Tastes are moving towards simple, vibrant, fruit-forward styles. People can go deeper later, but you need an inviting entry point, and this category opens the door.
Majd a későbbiekben nyilván elmerülnek mélyebben a borok világában is, de valahol be kell lépni, és azt gondoljuk, hogy ezekkel a kategóriákkal abszolút jobban lehet lépni a borkedvelők világába.
Szia.
Young people drink Blabla. I confirm, I'm not very...
Bla bla.
Glue, glue. I confirm, I'm not really young, but amazing. We are here with Barney tasting a wonderful line of Riesling, different vintages, different harvesting times. So we have to say that Riesling is Cseri main character. What made you think, let's use this grape as our main grape, our gem? And how would you describe it to a lay person, to someone who's not in the wine business?
A Rieslinget alapvetően azért választottuk így főfajtának, mert nagyon sok szabadságot ad a borásznak.
We chose Hungarian Riesling as our main variety because it gives the winemaker freedom. There are so many possibilities, so many faces of the grape. That's what we want to showcase. Different picking times, different styles, from very fruity to serious barrel aged.
Rengeteg szüreti időpont és különböző stílusok, és ezt szeretnénk kihasználni, hiszen a Rieslingnek 1000 arca van, és rengeteg lehetőség rejlik benne. Úgyhogy az egész...
Most of our volume is 2 or 3 core cuvées, and the rest colors the palette to show just how much creativity Riesling allows.
Nyilván a túlnyomó rész az 2-3 tétel, tehát abból van nagyobb mennyiség, az összes többi az inkább színesíti a palettát, és megmutatja a fogyasztóinknak azt, hogy mennyi fantázia van igazából a Rieslingben. Igazából nekünk volt 2 alap Rieslingünk, ami a Quartus volt és a Sextus.
We originally had 2 base Rieslings, Quartus and Sextus, since the early years. While I was abroad on internship, Secundus was born as our third. We realized we needed a clearer ladder to guide customers. Why so many, which to taste first, was the difference. We toyed with themes like gemstones or musical instruments, but we wanted obvious progression, so we started using even numbers. 2, 4, 6. And as we grew in sales and capacity, new Rieslings slotted in to fill the gaps. That's how the range came together. Primus, though, is its own story.
Riesling 4-es és a 6-os volt meg, páros számokkal kezdtünk el dolgozni, és hogy nőttünk eladásban, ismertségben és kapacitásban, mindig belépett egy-egy új Riesling, kitöltve a közötte lévő kis réseket, és így állt össze igazából az egész sor. A Primus viszont egy teljesen külön sztori igazából. Az úgy került be, hogy feleségemék is foglalkoztak borral.
My wife's family used to make wine and had half a hectare of old wine Riesling. about 20 to 25 years old. When we got married, the vines had no dedicated winemaker. We decided to take care of it ourselves, pruning and farming together. I said this parcel deserved its own wine. That became Primus, our first wine as a couple.
Mondtam, hogy ez megérdemelne egy saját bort innentől kezdve, és erre épült a Primusnak a sztoria igazából, hogy az első közös borunk Lilával, és amiért nagyon fontos,
It mattered so much to us that instead of a wedding card, we gave friends a bottle of Primus with the wedding date on the label. That's how Primus began, and how our Hungarian Riesling lineup became almost complete.
Hogy így indult a Primusnak a sztoria, és akkor így lett teljes igazából, szinte teljes a rajnai palettánk.
We are at the final part of the tasting with some whites and reds. What's really noticeable about your wines, also what catches the eye, is the labels. I can see a lot of mythology, a lot of legendary creatures in it. What is it? What's the connection between legends and Cseri?
Igazából a mi címkéink úgy épültek fel, amikor mi ezt a birtokot megvásároltuk, ahol ma is vagyunk, ez előtte is borászatként működött, és 20 évig üresen állt.
Our labels also tell a story. When we bought this estate, it had been a winery before, then stood empty for 20 years. We told the previous owner we wanted to revive it from the ashes, like a phoenix. So the phoenix became our first emblem on many labels and even our logo. With the redesign you see today, other mythological and legendary creatures joined the family. Detailed, story-rich artworks that draw the eye. That's the world our labels are built around.
Minél inkább odavonza az emberi szemet egy ilyen nagyon részletgazdag, egy nagyon történésekben gazdag címkevilág, úgyhogy e köré épült fel a mi elképzelésünk.
So for you as a winemaker being here in Cseri from the beginning with your father, Barney, do you have a particular vintage that you keep close to your heart?
Talán kettőt tudnék kiemelni, két ilyen évjáratot. 2012 az mindenképpen egy nagyon kardinális év volt számunkra.
Two vintages are especially close to my heart. 2012 was pivotal, our first own harvest year, the first time processing our own grapes in this building. That's when Legenda, the wine you're tasting now, really came together. We didn't have much red that year, just 2 small barrels, but we hit the quality level we were aiming for, and we've kept it ever since. So 2012 is huge for us. Then 2017, a warm year with a long dry fall. Harvest was calm, we could experiment a lot. We created Decimus, our sweet Riesling, made beautiful reds, overall an exceptional vintage. There have been good years since, but 2017 remains unforgettable.
És gyönyörű szép vörösboraink készültek, és egy igazán jó adottságokkal megáldott év volt a 2017. Azóta is voltak jó évek, de talán az egy ilyen emlékezetes év maradt az életünkben.
Now is a question for especially all of you outside of Hungary. If someone comes to Hungary, to Cseri Winery, or wants to drink a Cseri wine, what would you suggest?
Ez egy érdekes kérdés. Én mindenképpen azt mondanám, hogy ha már ennyi Rieslingünk van, akkor a Rieslingből mindenképpen a Secundust azt semmiképpen se hagyják ki.
If you're new to our wines, start with Secundus among the Rieslings, and add at least one more Riesling to see how versatile the grape can be. I'd also highlight Legenda, our red, a very exclusive, strong choice. And though we didn't talk about it much today, try Irsai Oliver if you're visiting from abroad. It's a distinctly Hungarian variety we also work with, and a great introduction to our local flavor.
És nem fogja valószínűleg ismerni a fajtát, mindenképpen javaslom, az Irsai Oliver, ezt kóstolja meg, hiszen ez az igazi magyar fajta, ami a borvidéken nálunk rendelkezésre is dolgozunk vele.
Our generation is witnessing in everyday life the AI and the usage of AI. Do you think that in the near future AI can recommend wine for people?
Én azt gondolom, hogy az AI az alapvetően most nagyon növekszik, és egyre inkább ott van az élet minden területén.
I think AI is growing fast and showing up in every part of life. I already use it in some areas, not daily, but we know many processes in the background are powered by AI, even when we don't realize it. That trend will only continue. AI can learn our tastes and recommend wines that match our flavor preferences, the food we cook, or even our mood. There's real potential there. We already see how useful AI can be across many fields, helping and pushing us forward. So yes, a proper AI-driven wine recommender is a great idea.
Mennyi területen tud hasznosan segíteni nekünk, és tényleg előrevinni minket, úgyhogy nagyon jó ötletnek tartom az AI alapú borajánlót.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next video.